Hi, my name is Jingwei Zhou. I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch for my brand Audit. Nintendo is one of the largest leading video game companies all over the world. On the list of world's most valuable brand top 100 by Forbes in 2020, it ranks at 87. In 2017, Nintendo released the latest version of a gaming console, Nintendo Switch, and it is amazingly successful in the market. The total unit sales of the Nintendo Switch console worldwide till August 2020 is 63.4 million units. This audit indicates the advantages and challenges for Nintendo Switch among the fast-developed gaming industry. Nintendo was founded as a car manufacturer company in 1889. The cards, which were all handmade, soon began to gain in popularity due to the better quality and creative idea. Nintendo succeeded in the playing cards market. It also realized the limitations of a playing card business. In 1963, Nintendo Playing Card Company Limited renamed to Nintendo, and the company began to experiment in other areas of businesses. After several years struggling, Nintendo finally found its future, programmed video console. From the original Nintendo Entertainment System to the wildly popular Switch, Nintendo has released over a dozen video game consoles and handhelds. Each of Nintendo's systems has been focused on innovative technology and family fun, though some have been much more successful than others. Nintendo then brings us to the Switch, a hybrid that you can play on the go on your TV at home. It is a wildly different approach to what Sony and Microsoft are doing. The Switch also came with the most amazing games in history, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, which along with Super Mario series, bring a significant amount of sales of the console. The Switch is a combination of a handheld gaming console and a TV gaming console. In portable mode, the Switch functions like a way more powerful Game Boy with a touchscreen, but the controls can also be separated from the screen for two-player experience on the go. When at home, a docked Switch functions as a modern TV console. Compared to other consoles, the controller of Switch is also different. Its name is Joy-Con. Nintendo published lots of versions of Joy-Cons with different colors and different themes. The Switch have relatively small size, but the configuration of the console, on the other hand, is not small at all. The video output is only 720p compared to the 4K gaming consoles, but the price of Switch is also much cheaper than the other consoles. Nintendo also released some themed consoles with its famous game Pokemon, which attracts lots of attention. In the current gaming console market, games are the most significant elements. Good games and exclusive games have a direct effect to the console sales. The latest version of three main gaming consoles in the market are Sony PlayStation 4, Microsoft Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. While Sony has released the massive amount of exclusive games, which keep pushing the growth of sales units of PlayStation 4, but Nintendo Switch only had few games along with the console release. The World Nintendo games are the greatest games in history, and the exclusive games are interesting, popular, and mostly all age friendly. Both the graphic and gameplay. The configuration of Nintendo Switch is weaker than other consoles, so the strategy Nintendo used are targeting different consumers and show them Nintendo's outstanding point of difference. I have made a survey to study what do people feel about the Nintendo Switch and its competitors as a consumer. I have collected 10 answers for the survey, following on the outcomes of the consumer perception for the gaming consoles. All the answers of the questionnaire are valid answers, and they are all users of gaming console. As a result, all of them are aware of Nintendo Switch. 9 responses have ever played Switch, and 8 people would consider purchasing a Switch if they had a chance. The first impression about Switch are different, but most of them are similar with Nintendo's strategy, like portable, affordable, fitness, and interesting. From the results collected, PlayStation is the most popular and powerful gaming console in the current market. Other devices are competitive in some ways, but still fall behind the PlayStation. For the brand performance, I listed all the features and asked for the responses of ratings. From the results, the consumers are more like the appearance and the console size of Switch. It is still valuable for the gamers, as the exclusive games could make up the shortage of the device configuration. When talking about the gameplay-related questions, Switch is a competitive device compared to the PlayStation. The console supports multiplayer so that it is a good choice for the party and kind of things. There are more exclusive games coming for Switch, and the consumer's choice are increasing. Even some consumers still cannot satisfy with the graphic resolution, but the games are so interesting that less consumers care about the Ultra HD on the console. For the ratings, we can say that Nintendo Switch consumers are keen to play Switch even they have other consoles, as Nintendo make this console become more than a gaming console, but a connection for the consumer's social life. People like to play with friends and families, so they can interact much more than before in an interesting way. In the current market, Sony PlayStation still leads the sales and reputation. The supporting is the numerous of available games. Nintendo Switch has a specification shortage which cannot change in this generation, so that they can only continue the current strategy, which is increasing the supporting games and make more popular exclusive games, take the market share by attracting consumers' interest. There are other aspects which make the Switch weaker than other consoles. When in a portable mode, the console battery could only last 4 to 5 hours. This is what most consumers complain about. Furthermore, some consumers are using the consoles as an entertainment system. They could use many applications like PlayStation and Xbox, such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Tesla TV. While Nintendo Switch doesn't support these functions so far, that is also a point that consumers prefer other consoles. For the pricing, even though the console has 2 play modes and comes with many great games, there are still some consumers think that the configuration of the console doesn't worth the current price. Nintendo has actually solved this problem. They launched a Nintendo Switch Lite to satisfy those customers who don't want to pay that much money and want to play the exclusive games. The current generation gaming consoles are coming to an end. At the end of this year, Sony and Microsoft are launching the new generation gaming consoles with even higher configurations and more games. So what Nintendo could do is to develop a more advanced console for the next generation console, increase the device configuration not too far behind the other two consoles, extending gaming library, make more exclusive games, and supporting more popular games on the console. What's more important, increase the console battery life while in the portable mode to make consumers interact more smoothly. Entertainment system is also very important for the consumers to give them another option to continuing using the Nintendo console after playing games. The Nintendo eShop should increase the game volumes so that it could learn from its competitors to make some games free to play in a short period. That is end of my presentation. Here's a reference list. And thank you very much.